morning, sweet peas. How y'all doing today? I'm stuck in traffic a little bit. I'm on my way to the doctor's office for my flu shot. Usually I do not take the flu shot because it keeps me sick all winter. But my doctor keeps pressing the issue, you know. And so last year I did catch the flu. I think I had that 10-day virus. So I said, forget it. You know, I might just go ahead and do it. Be a test dummy. You'll cut, okay? That's all you are anyway, a test dummy. I'm so glad I stopped taking the dang on COVID shots when that was over. I'm like, I'm not taking no more. I took 2. That's enough. I think those COVID shots, my conspiracy theory with them COVID shots is now everybody I dang near talk to in my age group, they having nerve problems. You know, I gotta have surgery. I'm having them too. You know, so it's like everybody got problems. But anyway, that's my little rant. But I wanted to just pop on and talk about, just open up a little bit about retirement and my thoughts about retiring this year. Early retirement, which wasn't early, but I'm in the midst of it. I'm like going into my 5th month, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, this is my 5th month. And I can honestly say that I'm glad I did it. I think back to how I used to feel almost every day. Okay? Almost every day I would get up and I would be exhausted, mentally and physically exhausted. And so when I got to work, well, I was working at home for 5 years. Blessed to work at home for 5 years until we had to go back into the office. So, I think I'm going to be late for this. I know I am. Somebody must have had an accident, or either it's just, you know, I don't know. Work. Construction. But they probably won't turn me around. They need victims, okay? So, yeah. So I used to basically be exhausted. I'm going to be honest. Almost every day I was exhausted. Mentally, because we were doing a lot of work. We had to learn a new system. We were short-staffed. We were working, well, I was working 10-hour days. Most of we was working 10-hour days so we can have 1 day off each week. That messed up my shoulder from moving the mouse several hours at a time. That messed up my shoulder, so I had to do PT for that, and it's still messed up. Still gotta go. Still messed up, right? Still can't, in the middle of the night, waking up in pain, you know, still to this day. So, yeah, I would be physically exhausted, mentally exhausted. I would get to work, and it would be so damn cold in the office that my hands would stiffen up. My hips would hurt. Okay. I'm just being honest. But I do miss working. I sometimes do miss working. I do get up sometimes and I, you know, put the window up in the house, you know, in the bathroom or something while I'm in the bathroom, and I listen to all the morning busy traffic and trains and the sounds of the city, and I said, man, I remember when I used to be out there in that, the rush, the energy of getting to work and going to work and having a purpose, because that was my purpose, and I was helping people. So, and getting paid for it, of course, but I was helping people, and I had a good job. My last job in the government, it was very good to me. So I often think, I said, man, should I have just stayed and worked another year or two and I look around and I see people dropping like flies or getting sick, and then the era that we're in now, the craziness, I figured, I said, man, for what I'm not getting paid, I'm sitting at home getting paid. I don't have to go in to the office. So that's money I save right there. My car is paid for. It's old, but it's paid for. It's still in good shape, praise God. And little things like that, to add up. I'm not doing lunch every day. I'm not expending doing all those. I don't need any clothes. I don't need a lot of makeup, So, yeah, so I'm saving money that way too. It's, so that's a good thing. Now the hard part is budgeting my money. Man, that once a month check, oh my God, you got to be so careful with it. And I'm like, the first month I got my check, I paid my bills, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I have a supplemental income. I wouldn't make it, I wouldn't make it. But I'm thinking about just paying my credit cards off. Just paying them off, because it's a double thing. It's a double it's a double entendre or whatever, because if you pay them off and then you need that money and you be like, dang, I shouldn't have paid them off, or whatever, and it's like starting over again. You still have to have self-control when it comes to spending your money, even on credit cards. Oh, that light. Even on credit cards. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm traveling southeast, and the sun is just like boom right there. So you still have to have money. You still have to have credit. If you don't charge anything on your credit card and all this, then your credit score goes down. So you got to think of all of that stuff. But you free. You can save the money that you were putting on the credit card into your investments or bank account, or both, and do what you want to do. Or you can just freaking do what you want to do with that money, travel. And I want to start traveling. I want to start moving around, just building a life in retirement hits different. It hits different, because I was working and raising my child and having relationships here and there, but I was working and raising my son, all this time, most of the time, at least 30 years of this time. So retirement hits different. Now, yeah, it's slowing down again. Oh my God, I'm not gonna be on time. But it hits different. Retirement hits different. It's a beautiful thing, though. If you plan it, it's a beautiful thing. And sometimes, if you just say, you know what, I'm gonna walk out on faith. I got a little money or whatever saved or whatever. I'm gonna have this amount, and you walk out there on faith. It works itself out. Just don't do anything drastic and crazy, like, draw your money down and then, I'm gonna live on it. No, you can't do that. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have something intact and a plan. 401k, don't crash it out, don't cash it out and all that. Live off of what you can live off of. Unfortunately, a lot of people are just trying to live off Social Security, and Social Security is not freaking nothing. Okay, it's nothing, and it's hard, to live off of that. So if you're watching this and you're like 45, 50, 55 years old, put you some money to the side. You're going to need it. You're going to have to say no to some things and people And, because I know I could have been in a much better position myself. I would not have to be driving this car, whether it's paid for or not, this old car. I would be in a much better position had I did what I should have done, as far as my investments, or my 401k or whatever. I would have been in a much better position. But I'm not complaining, but I'm okay. But it's hard, I'm telling you. That one check is rough. So I got to get used to that. I call myself budgeting a certain amount every week. And it goes like that. It goes so fast. And don't go out to dinner and all this, that, and the other, and try to go shopping. Even going to the grocery store and getting your necessities like paper towels and stuff like that. It goes $200. I was trying to budget $200 in a week. It was working for a while. But then you like, I want something, so that's taking, more money away. So it takes a lot, and it takes a lot to get used to that one check amount. That one check, man. That's the only thing. Because I knew, when I was working, I knew I was going to have a check every 2 weeks, and I could play around. But now, you got to budget that, baby. You got to budget that once a month, and it's a long month, baby. It's a long month. So it's nothing to laugh at, but I'm just laughing, but it's not funny. But, yeah. So I've been keeping myself busy. Trying to, occupy my time, trying to make, new social connections and everything. That's fun. I've been doing sewing class. I've been volunteering at the food pantry, and, just trying to work it out, still. So, as far as my health is concerned, I'm good, but I do have a problem with my kidneys. My kidney creatinine, whatever it's called, is very, very high, and that means that you cannot, or you are not excreting fluids through your kidneys like you should, like I should be. So it's that part is abnormal, and that's what I got to work on. But the thing is, listen. My test results came back about two days ago, Monday, and I haven't heard anything from my doctor, any follow-up from my doctor at all concerning how to manage this. I don't like my doctor office, and I think I'm going to switch again. I had a doctor that was really, really good. I had a good doctor. Since I have high BP, I was going, I'm managing it through medication. My old doctor would see me every 3 months. This doctor see me every 6 months. I don't understand it, but nevertheless, I'm going to press on. I'm going to see what happens. And we have, I have all this technology with this new doctor's office, and it's okay, but, sometimes, I don't know, technology has its positive side and its negative side, and you kind of feel like you're just a number with all this technology, especially being a patient, being cared for as a patient. I guess because I've been in customer service in the medical field for so long, when I come in the office there, in my mind, I'm critiquing the front desk, I'm critiquing everything like, dang, I feel like a number here. I feel like this is a freaking factory. It ain't really a doctor's office. It's just passing you through a assembly line, I don't like that feeling. I don't like it. So I'm going to try to hang in there because the doctor I have is an African-American doctor, but the way it's set up, I don't really care for it. But I guess that's just part of being part of a big hospital network. It's just gonna be like that, I guess. I don't know. So I'm on my way. I'm late. They're doing construction out here. I should have left earlier. I had one stop to make, but I'm hoping that when I get out here, that they'll shoot me up with this drug, this flu vaccine, and I pray that I don't get sick for all freaking winter like I did. There's 2 times I took it. I was sick all freaking winter. All winter long, I was kept the flu. And I was younger then. And that's what I think about. I think about it like, damn, I don't want to take this. But I'm going to take it because I did get the flu last year. And it kept me down for 10 days. It did. It kept me down for 10 days. So I don't want that anymore. So, yeah. So I'm just checking in and everything. I'm going to, after this, I guess, do a little Christmas shopping. I don't really have too much to do. Damn. I really don't have too much to do because I ain't got no money to be spending on everybody. And if I do, I'm doing little shopping. I haven't even put my tree up or anything, I gotta pull it out the garage and this, that, and the other, and I got all this stuff in my front room now with the sewing and all that stuff, so in my living room. So we gonna see how that works out, I don't have to have a tree. I don't have any grandchildren. I have one bonus grandbaby. No kids be over my house, so what's the difference? I'm not really in the Christmas mood thus far. I don't know why, but I guess because this year has been a trip, a tea trip, and I don't know. And I think everybody is trying to hold on to their money like me, trying to hold on to my money because we don't know what's around the corner, around the bend. They're talking about the insurance premiums about to go up double. I'm praying that mine do not, because that's going to be more money out of my little check. And I'm like, dang, why? I should have been gone. I should have been retired 2 years ago. I really should have. I would have been probably better off right now than I am. Thus, yeah, I would have been better off. That's all I'm saying. So, anywho, I'm going to let y'all get back to y'all life. And thank you for watching. I just had to rant a little bit, vent a little bit about how I've been feeling. I think my next video will be, you have a calling. I have a calling. Even at this, in retirement, I have a calling on my life. So, trying to get it together, trying to get in tune with that. So the next video that I make is going to be about that, the calling. Even though you're older, you're retired, you still have a calling. I feel that I have a calling on my life. Look at this fool. So, anywho, y'all stay up, stay woke, keep your head on the swivel, be blessed, do your best, and enjoy your life, no matter what stage you're at. Take some time to find joy in your day. All right? He said blessings. Love you much.